So welcome to this lecture. You can see that my look is slightly different with the glasses and the shirt. The reason is because I'm re-recording this lecture. Somebody mentioned that the audio quality wasn't good enough, so that's why I'm re-recording it. The reason why I'm mentioning that is I just want to show I am listening to your feedback. So if there's any other improvements you want me to do, just let me know. Okay, so the first step in finding the perfect gig for you is really to do some market research. And so really what I suggest you do is take about 20 or 30 minutes and you're going to start looking through the 150 or so categories that are listed on the Fiverr site here. And you're going to go through and really have a look at what are gigs that are interesting to you, what are gigs that you think you could do, and what gigs do you think there's maybe some area for improvement. So just to get started, let's have a look at business copywriting here. Okay, so this is one that I'm going to particularly look at the high rated ones. I will write your About Us page for your website. So you can see that that's probably something I could easily do if I was good at writing and some copywriting skills. Let's go in and see if there's maybe some room for improvement. So it's got a 5-day delivery, so you could maybe shorten the delivery. You could have a video here. You could maybe show some examples of your work. And you could maybe make it clear, $4 or $5 you will get. I always like to start my gigs with that sentence because it just makes it easier for the readers. So it looks like there's some room for improvement there and there's a lot of demand for it, and it's something that I can maybe do. So what I'm going to do is come up and click this button here, favorite. That's going to add it to a list, and I can really come back to it later once I've got maybe 10 or 15 gigs on a list and then reevaluate at the end. So favoriting that. So maybe business copywriting, then I think I'm starting to get a sense of what's possible there, and I go and look at some other variations of that same skill. So I will write copy that blows readers out of the water for $5. Again, you can see the delivery time, no video, probably a better description here. He gets specific on basic gigs, 50 words, or it's a girl. And so this is something potentially that I could do again. So I've already actually favorited that before. So let's move on through. Depending on your skills, there will be different gigs that are interesting to you. Here's one, intros. So a lot of people use these intros for maybe YouTube videos, even Udemy courses. They're pretty simple to do. You need some technical skills, but you could really learn how to do this on YouTube pretty quickly. And so potentially what you could do is, if you more like this technical stuff rather than the writing skills, well, something like this might be more of interest to you. And just to give you a sense of what this actually is, it's just these like little intros like this, and you can see the logo of the company is there. So pretty quick to once you get the logo to actually make. So that's another great gig that you could potentially do. So I like that one, and again I'm going to favorite it, add it to my list and come back later. Let's have a look at maybe one more area, pet models. So this is kind of a little bit crazier stuff going on. This is one I've seen before. I think it's pretty hilarious. I'll just show it to you guys. So you can see that's pretty unique, pretty creative, and it's had a good few buyer reviews as well. So remember the 3 categories of people we talked about: small, online and local businesses, the freelancers themselves who are looking to outsource work, and then finally the more fun stuff and unique stuff, something like this. So when you've got about, so as I said, when you've got about 10 or 15 gigs added, favorited, what you can do is come back here, go to my favorites, go to gigs I love, and then start looking through them again. About out of the 10 or 15, what would be the easiest, the quickest to get started, where there's an opportunity to add and improve upon. So you can see that I have quite a lot here. I will make your Instagram famous. This is quite an interesting one to me because it's quite a new platform, and it's very focused and specific. So I like that one. That was interesting to me. High quality blog comments, that's another one as well. Professional video editing. So test your video. There's even some competitors. This one's good. Create local business listing and optimize. So that's for Google. That is, all local businesses need this service to really help with their search results. Pretty simple to do. No skills, no real SEO knowledge needed at all. You could watch a YouTube video and learn how to set this up, or even, just study this quite closely. And there's no video there, and there's probably room for improvements as well. So that's what I'd recommend. Have fun with it. Just take anything that's interesting and favorite it, and then really narrow it down to maybe 2 or 3 things that you're actually going to follow through on and test.